Yeah, so we really were pretty fortunate this year. We really only had about 1 week that we had to make adjustments for the heat. Certainly football, is a little different animal than every other sport because they've got equipment on with the shoulder pads and the helmets and everything else, so that raises the core body temperature even more. And then being on the turf, that insulates the heat and makes it even hotter than it actually is.
I'd say what makes football challenging is, for others and sometimes myself, the commitment issue. To waking up every day, coming out in the heat, coming out sometimes in the cold or something like that, doing things that you don't want to do. It's getting past the mental hurdles and everything like that, as well as just coming to terms that there are things that you won't be able to do and things that you will have to do that you just don't want to do.
I think what makes football challenging is just the consistent grind that every football player needs, like humming in the morning, right? Putting that work in, having to go to school, sometimes even have to have practice right after it, and it's just consistent day in and day out.
What makes football challenging is that, having to wake up at like 6, 5 o'clock in the morning for practice, having sometimes go after school practice when it's hot outside, and just really having just to fight through.
We're very fortunate. We've got a great trainer here, Matt Scare, and Matt, there's a device called a wet globe, and wet bulb, and so it goes outside and it takes a measurement of not only the heat, but the humidity, the air temperature, everything that is surrounded with what makes the temperature what it is. And if that temperature reaches a certain number, then we aren't allowed to practice it.
I think it's just going in, being exhausted every day. I think what makes football a challenging sport is all the hits you take from practice and games and having to come back the next day, still give it your all.
Having gone undefeated in the regular season, as well as potentially the postseason. Like, everybody's goal is always to end up with the ring on the finger.
Us winning state, there's no other goal than that.
I want the end of the season to look like us playing in December.